69 points. Madrid are second with 60 points. Okay, Madrid, if they win this game, will be 6 points behind Barcelona in the run-in. Madrid have got a slightly easier run-in, perhaps, to the end of the season. Barca have got to go to places like Valencia. Madrid next week are going to Levante. If they win this, though, it's not just about the points, is it? It's about the morale boost. It's about the damage to the morale. Yeah, it's about the psychological battle, exactly, because after this game, there'll be 7 games left. Even if Real Madrid do win, they'll be 6 points down. And, of course, not only 6 points, but possibly 6 points plus goal difference, because at the end of the season, head-to-head is what matters. Barcelona won 3-0 at the Camp Nou. Madrid could do with winning, and winning by 3-0 or more. You may remember that classic, the first classic of the season that we brought you just before Christmas. I think it was the 21st of November in the Camp Nou Stadium. Barcelona beat Real Madrid 3-0. Samuel Eto'o opened the scoring, basically making a fool out of Roberto Carlos on the day. 3-0 basically means that if Madrid do not win by at least 3 goals today, although they're 6 points behind, it may as well be 7. Yeah, exactly. They need to make up 7 points in 7 games, which fairly obviously means, if we work out the math, that they will need to claw back points on Real Madrid in 3 of the 7 remaining games. They'll need to claw back 2 wins when Barcelona don't win anything, and a draw when Barcelona don't win anything. So, of course, it's tough for Madrid even if they win tonight, but this really is it's a last chance for them. It's the be-all and the end. I mean, everyone's trying to say, the Madrid people in the press conferences during the week, they've been trying to say, well, if we don't win, it's not the end of the league. The Barcelona trainer and the players, they've been trying to say the same thing, but I think basically deep down, everybody knows Madrid don't win today. It would need a miracle for them to... Yeah, it really would be a miracle. It really would be a miracle. We've got Andres Iniesta in the Barca starting lineup. Must remember, of course, Deco picked up his 5th booking of the season against Betis last week. He's not playing tonight. He's replaced by Iniesta. The good news for Barca is that Marquez is back in the side. Here is the Barca lineup, in fact. Victor, Valdés, Belletti, Marquez, who will play the holding role that was so missing last week against Betis. Carles Puyol, who is back as well. He's been working double time to recover from a twisted ankle. Xavi, Juli, I'm sure in Barcelona they'll be hoping he's a little bit more on form this week. Samuel Eto'o, who tends to take Madrid apart here. Ronaldinho, Iniesta, and Giovanni Van Bronckhorst and Oleguer in defence. Yeah, and as you say, I mean, it's not just that Marquez back this week, but also that all week there's been a big question mark hanging over Ronaldinho, who's had gastroenteritis, and Puyol, who had a foot injury. Both of them have made it. It'll be interesting to see whether or not Puyol's completely fit, particularly with someone as quick as Michael Owen running at him, and that's the big change in the Real Madrid team. Michael Owen in the starting lineup for Real Madrid, exactly. The person to lose out is not Raúl, it is not Ronaldo, it is in fact Luis Figo, the former Barca player, who is going to be starting this game from the bench, and the game has in fact kicked off, as you may have seen a couple of minutes ago. Here is Michael Owen, showing that little turn of speed. He seems to be playing more on the right-hand side there, Owen, who has the 2nd best goals per minute scoring record in LaLiga. And who's got the best one? Samuel Eto'o. 1 goal every 120 minutes averages Eto'o, as there Giovanni in hard there to clear the ball. It's the first time. Let's just see what happens. Salgado hanging cross there. Belletti not judging that one particularly well. Zidane getting a foot on it or a back on it, and Giovanni seeing that ball out for a Barcelona throw-in. I was going to say that it's the first time that Luis Figo has been left out of the Real Madrid side since he joined them from Barcelona, of course, 5 years ago. It's a huge decision, particularly at a club where things are so political. You do wonder what might be behind it, and I think the speculation, the very strong speculation of Madrid, is that this is an early sign that Luis Figo will be out of the side. Exactly, 32-year-old Luis Figo. He's got a contract for the rest of this season and next season. But the normal thing is that by now, if Madrid had wanted him to stay on, they would have renewed that contract. They haven't done that. There's Ronaldo looking to surge through the middle. Bright start this from Madrid. Here's David Beckham going to pick the ball up, carrying it into space. Looks up, the England captain curls a decent cross in there! Well, still not gone out, and Valdés, what was that from Valdés? Goodness gracious! Crowd behind the ball, the goal are asking for handball.
It's a superb cross from David Beckham. I'm not sure what Valdés was doing with it.
The word flop. And finally Valdés able to pick the ball up there. So bright start from Madrid. Here comes Beckham again, looking to impose themselves on this game right from the start. The side that is 2nd in the Primera Liga. Roberto Carlos, back to Ronaldo. was. Now he's got his own private dietitian at Real Madrid. Samuel Eto'o. In hard there, Helguera.
Well, it's not actually Ronaldo's weight that's been the problem. He has been fairly big most of the season, but it's actually when he's looked slimmer that he's failed to score goals. There's a few people telling him to get back on the hamburgers.
I don't think he needs any second invitation on that, basically. Very quickly, I'll give you the Madrid lineups. It hasn't popped up on screen for you, but just so you know who's playing, it's basically the full side. As we say, Owen in the team. It's Casillas in goal, Salgado, Roberto Carlos, Helguera, Pavón in for the suspended Walter Samuel. In midfield, Gravesen, Beckham, Zidane and Raúl playing a diamond formation. Up front, as we said, Michael Owen and the big lad Ronaldo. 12 goals for Ronaldo this season, which basically means a little bit of a disappointment for him. Ooh, Raúl just getting caught there by Puyol. Referee Ramírez Domínguez. Over quickly. Wee, clash of heads there. Yeah, that will hurt. A little bit late there, Puyol, actually.
Well, it wasn't just that Puyol was late. I think it was Belletti let the ball run in the first place, and there just seemed to be a slowness of reaction as much as anything else. And Barca have started very sluggishly.
Oof, Barcelona, who won this game. This is a great ball in there from Beckham, but the ball hangs in there, and it's a nasty one for Valdés. But
I wonder if Valdés would maybe push, because he seemed to lurch backwards when he went up for that.
The thing is, a goalkeeper there shouldn't be patting the ball back into the middle of his goal. He should be tipping that one over the bar for a corner. Safety first.
Absolutely.
You saw my goalkeeping on Friday night, Sid, huh?
Do as he says, not as he does.
None of the great coaches were great players.
I'm sure I can come up with a few examples that were. But anyway, let's get on with Real Madrid and Barcelona. Real is not today.
He certainly isn't. He got a real smack above the eyelid there.
Barcelona look very, very sluggish, and interesting, they look very open at the back.
Well, they looked open last week, didn't they, as well, against Betis, up to that 3-3 draw. Goodness gracious, those of you who saw the game on World Sport last week, most of you probably thought that second one wasn't second penalty for Barca wasn't a penalty. The reception the referee Pino Zamorano got in the Madrid papers on Monday morning was unbelievable. Basically, the Madrid press have been talking about the league being fixed in Barcelona's favour for the last 5 days. Be interesting to see how much effect that has on Mr. Ramírez Domínguez.
Well, he's certainly under a lot of pressure, and he knows that everything he does will be watched.
Roberto Carlos taking the free kick over the bar.
Not just over the bar. That's cleared that first little bit of the stand, went over the barrier. That's a dreadful free kick from Roberto Carlos.
The power. In fact, Mr. Ramírez Domínguez, the referee, I was looking at his stats, and he's been a good referee for both of these teams, actually. He's refereed Madrid on 9 occasions. Raúl still getting some treatment, must have got a little cut there. 9 occasions he's refereed Real Madrid. They've won 8 and drawn 1, which isn't bad, you wouldn't moan about that. He's refereed Barca 8 occasions. They've won 5, drawn 3 and lost 1. So you can't say he's a referee who's particularly been harmful to the interests of either of the two. Obviously, depending on his performance today, that will depend on what the press say. Gravesen. Back to Francisco Pavón, who's getting a rare start today because of the suspension to Walter Samuel. A pretty needless suspension he picked up last week as they won 2-1 in Albacete. Albacete lost 1-0 to Getafe today. Roberto Carlos, that's a good cross there. Giovanni not dealing with that one properly. The ball's still in there. Michael Owen with his new boots on, curling that one across. There's the goal!
Zidane.
It's Zinedine Zidane!
Well, Barcelona have started. They look really ropey right from the very start. Zidane hurt himself on the post, I think, but he was so open on the far post.
Well, exactly. 6 minutes down, Zidane making it 1-0 for Madrid, and that's exactly what the home fans will have been looking for. Ronaldo puts it across. There he is, but slides in, completely unmarked.
Yeah, totally unmarked.
Completely yards and yards of space inside the 6-yard box.
Good finish. Ooh, I tell you, I think that might be his head on the post. Oof.
Well, he's just down at the side of the goal. He's on his feet, actually. I mean, you're looking at that, there he is. Mr. Hernandez, Dr. Juan Carlos Hernandez, is certainly
he's had a busy start.
He's had a busy start to the game, hasn't he?
It's a great goal, but Barcelona are all over the place.
Certainly not woken up yet, Barca. Here's Belletti, though, looking to find a bit of space. Oh dear, talking of all over the place there. Pavón wasn't at his best in the middle, but fortunately for Madrid, neither was Samuel Eto'o. It's Beckham. That's exactly what Madrid would have wanted. Míchel Salgado steaming forward, this time blocked by Giovanni. Ronaldinho. Late challenge there on Ronaldinho, and Salgado completely.
Well, Salgado said before the game, as you've probably seen in our programme, that this was like a war. He's taking it very seriously. Zidane just walked.
You just can't walk on the pitch.
Oh, right next to the guy who's got the ball as well.
I remember a game last season, a player who did that. Not much yesterday, wasn't it? Yesterday, yeah. Of course, he doesn't play for Real Madrid yet. Yesterday, the Athletic Bilbao midfielder scored another cracking free kick, actually, as Athletic beat their local rivals Real Sociedad 3-0. Just give them a glimmer of a hope of qualifying for Europe. Giovanni.
It is only a glimmer, though, isn't it?
When there's a will. Ronaldinho's really got to pull something out of the hat today. Ronaldinho gets a good, decent ball to Giovanni. Gets the rebound, Van Bronckhorst looks up, nobody in the middle, though. Roberto Carlos able to clear that one. Helped on by Raúl. Throw in for Barca. Xavi. Ball back to Valdés.
One of the important things, obviously, we're already seeing it, and I think that goal's going to make a real difference as well, because the fans have reacted to it. There's very definitely a pride issue going on with Real Madrid, isn't there? It's not just about winning this game, it's what it means for the league. It's about not letting the league go to Barcelona here. And what that would
well, if they lost today, they would end up 12 points behind them. At least if you beat Barcelona at home in front of your fans, you salvage something from the season. Yeah. I still think 6 points is a lot to make up in 7 weeks against a team like Barcelona with players like Marquez firing well wide there, the Mexican.
Should have carried on, you know. Yes. He really should have carried on.
He had space, didn't he?
Yeah, it's a great pass from Belletti, I think it was. And he just hit it far too early and stuffed it.
He's got a good shot as well, Marquez, has to be said. He is someone able to really give the ball a good clatter when he needs to.
It's rare to see him that far forward, actually. He's the holding player in midfield. It's very rare. He's
scored a few goals from corners, though.
Yeah, he scores. He's very dangerous from set plays.
Him and Helguera, Madrid defender Iván Helguera, definitely plays to watch from set pieces. Andrés Iniesta in for Deco. Good playmaker Iniesta, but they just lose that little bit of battling potential in midfield. Here's Ronaldinho. They lost £4, they reckon, through his gastroenteritis. Done well there, caught by Gravesen, and the referee giving the free kick.
I think he was caught by Gravesen 3 or 4 times, actually. Managed to stay on his feet.
Thomas Gravesen, the Danish midfielder.
That was a pretty bad challenge, the first one. And then there was another little tap on the leg, I think, as he went by.
So 11 minutes here in the Santiago Bernabéu Stadium in the classic Real Madrid against Barcelona. Madrid taking a 6-minute lead through Zinedine Zidane, heading home from close range. Held over by Xavi, and that did not miss by much. In fact, Casillas had to tip it over.
There's Marquez, is what we're saying. Dangerous from them balls.
Referee's given the goal kick.
Maybe. Oh, it's a strange decision. Have a look. Maybe someone's offside.
Offside. And that hits the top of the bar. Yeah. Well, it must have hit the top of the bar.
Yeah, it did. I don't think Casillas got a touch on that. It's actually I think that's the right decision.
I think getting
header.
I think he had it covered, Casillas, but top of the bar. Little warning there for Madrid that there's still a long way to go in this game. Of course, they took the lead last year when they ended up losing 2-1. Santiago Solari putting them ahead. Here's Eto'o to Ronaldinho. Robbed by Gravesen.
To be honest, I thought both of them were just scared of Gravesen.
Yeah, just half asleep, both of them as well. Beckham spreading it out to Ronaldo. Here's Ronaldo looking to take on Puyol. There is Puyol typifying the commitment of this Barcelona side.
To be honest, though, I think Beckham chose the wrong player. I think Michael Owen was peeling right, and he went left to Ronaldo. Not the right decision, I don't think.
I think if they're playing in the white shirt of England, he may have given it straight to Owen there. Eto'o. Just trying to crowd him out there, the Madrid defender, but Samuel Eto'o lining it up, deflected, and just bouncing kindly for Iker Casillas. Barca just getting back into this game, aren't they?
Very definitely. But they're also looking rather open at the back when they do push forward. But they've made 3 or 4 things happen in the last couple of minutes, and well, they look the better side at the moment, but you know, they're 1-0 down. And Gravesen is really flying in. I just wonder if I wonder if maybe he's thinking to himself, I'm going to fly in until I get the card. Then I'll worry about being careful, rather than starting being careful. You know, then you throw your opponents off their stride.
It was like we were saying about Samuel in Getafe. We're saying, like an Argentinian, he plays until the first booking. Actually, in that game, Samuel played until really he should have been booked about 5 times. Yeah,
but of course that's the gamble you take, isn't it? You know, if the referee lets you off one, then you live to fight until
you got
the next
another chance.
booking.
Exactly. Yeah.
And Gravesen is really flying in. I think there's a role there. Not just in terms of football, but also in terms of trying to intimidate Barcelona. And over on the far side between Ronaldo and Samuel Eto'o, looked like it worked a little bit. I thought both of them slightly pulled out.
Just like Ronaldinho to pull out, I think, because he's a big, powerful lad himself. The Marquez dispossessed Xavi, just putting a calming foot on the ball. Decent pass out from Oleguer. Here's Giovanni Van Bronckhorst, who scored Barca's late league equaliser against Betis last weekend. Did the good they did themselves in the Camp Nou by drawing only 2-2 at home to Levante today. Levante, who will be Madrid's next rivals next weekend. Oof. Despite the worries of some of you, we will be back in action next week. We will be in the Vicente Calderón on Saturday night to see Atletico Madrid take on Espanyol in a game that is a big one in the battle for places in Europe next season. Ronaldinho. Eto'o. Iniesta to Xavi. He's got Giovanni on the overlap. This is better from Barcelona. Just not a great ball for Giovanni there. Found Ronaldinho, I think more by luck than judgment. Ronaldinho thought about it, but misunderstanding Xavi. Ball's cleared. Michael Owen bringing the ball back, looking for the return pass here. Michael Owen is ever so dangerous. The England striker just checks inside Oleguer, picks out Ronaldo. Works himself space. Ronaldo thinks about the shot. Said he opens it out to Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos! What was he doing? You would have expected him to wallop that one.
Yeah, and I think the fans expected exactly that as well. They really did. And Ronaldo had 2 or 3 options. He could have played Owen back in, could have played Raúl in. Actually did very, very well. Very, very cool head to Roberto Carlos. And yeah, what was he thinking?
Just tried to, I think if Roberto Carlos had walloped that one, you'd have been expecting Valdés to pick that one out the back of the net.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh, what a terrible miss. That was a great chance there, Michael Owen.
No, it was Helguera. It was Helguera who actually got the header. Oof.
Well, so far, the game is living up to expectations in terms of excitement. 15 minutes gone. It's 1-0 to Real Madrid. Zinedine Zidane putting his side ahead on 6 minutes. But we could have seen more goals here in the Bernabéu. Barca could have had one. They've hit the top of the bar. Roberto Carlos really should have put Madrid 2 ahead a second ago. Here's Samuel Eto'o, man who's managed to score 3 goals in his last 2 visits to the Bernabéu. Xavi. Well in there, Pavón. Now Zidane. There's almost no midfield in this game, is it? It's attack to attack. Oof.
Well,
Munching in there, Giovanni.
There's absolutely no doubt that he got the ball. I mean, I think there was quite a lot of, let's say, hip contact with Míchel Salgado, but there's no doubt that he got the ball as well. Although, that's what it hurts.
It's the second foot, isn't it, that just...
He takes Salgado with him.
He's given the free kick, the referee, but he's not booked it, which is, I think, a fair decision. Helguera taking it, looking for the early one. Owen battling there with Puyol. Valdés, that ball's not going to come into the area. He has to clear it long. Víctor Valdés. It's the high, hard one there to Helguera.
Very, very well to bring it down so coolly from such distance.
And there's a bit of a wind as well at the moment. There's a swirling sort of wind blowing around all day. Madrid, it's a nice sunny afternoon. It's been a sunny day, actually, but it is a bit windy. Oleguer. Back with Xavi. Iniesta just trying to get his subtle football working in that deep role. Marquez. Cross to Eto'o, he's got Belletti with him. Here's a decent ball to Belletti. Looks up, Belletti! Too far for Ronaldinho.
Yeah, Ronaldinho was then caught, wasn't he? He didn't know whether to carry on chasing it or just to put his foot up in the hope that he could reach it. Went for the second of the two options. Didn't quite go for it, and then had to go back for the ball, try and stop it going out of play. By then, he had no chance at all. Owen's movement's been very good coming off the front.
It's confidence, isn't it? Here is Zidane. There's Ronaldo not getting the ball though. Belletti in there earlier. Just gets there before his fellow countryman. Eto'o. Xavi. Ronaldinho. Can he work a bit of magic, Ronaldinho? He's been lacking a wee bit in recent games. Something tells me if somebody's lost 4 pounds of weight over the last 4 or 5 days, he's going to struggle to really be at his best today. Salgado. Pavón. A little bit of space there in the middle for Beckham. Ronaldo. This is good stuff from both sides. It's Beckham again, spreading it to Ronaldo. Good movement there from the Brazilian. He fancies chances taking on Oleguer. It is Ronaldo. Ooh, a little bit lucky there to get away with it, Oleguer. In fact, he didn't get away with it. Free kick, says the referee.
I'm just wondering, trying to think back the Atletico against Zaragoza game, whether we had the same referee. Because we've already seen him get in the way 2 or 3 times tonight. His positioning's not been that great.
I think that's a poor decision looking at the replay. I think Oleguer, it's Giovanni, is it, who gets that, actually. Looks like he got the ball.
Great bit of skill from Gravesen before. It's not really his role, but he's...
There's Beckham. It's good to see his hair growing back, isn't it?
I wouldn't be that surprised. I think they're going to load the penalty spot here. They're going to put 3 or 4 in there.
I wonder if Beckham might have got the near post here. Flicks that one in, easy, 2-0! Dreadful defending there, and it is number 13 for Ronaldo!
Well, it's the second time on that far post that Real Madrid have been completely alone.
Well, Barca, they played some neat stuff in attack, but really they have defended like a team of amateurs, and I tell you something.
2 of them, they were so worried about Helguera, 2 of them went to Helguera. Ronaldo with Zidane stood right, Belletti's in the front, not quite sure why. I wonder if that was Ronaldo who put it down, but that's just too easy, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah. And I tell you what, it's a vital thing, 2 goals to Madrid already. That 3-0 all of a sudden is not looking very far away.
No, it's not looking at all far away, is it?
They just look fragile, Barca, don't they?
Well, psychologically, they're going to be very fragile in all 4.
I think probably that if you were a neutral, you'd be looking to see Barcelona score a goal now, just to give it a little bit more emotion. They've come close on a couple of occasions, not yet arrived, and every time Madrid have really put a serious ball into the box, they've created really clear chances.
Yeah, they have, and Barca have looked horribly, horribly open on that back post.
Yeah, you wouldn't be giving Belletti many. It really should be the fullback's job to close in on that far post. You wouldn't be giving him many marks out of 10 so far.
No.
That really was abysmal defending, though. Ronaldo hasn't scored since the 5th of March, scoring his 13th league goal of the season. I have to say, though, I didn't think it was a foul to begin with. Here's Barca. Eto'o looking to set in Iniesta.
Iniesta just didn't see it, did he? It's one of the things he's
playing a bit deeper than he's used to, isn't he?
He's very good at stringing the play together. He doesn't really push on that much.
Well, to be fair, we've seen him miss a handful of chances this season when he's been on the pitch. Xavi. Barca really needing to pick themselves up now. 2-0 down after only 20 minutes in the Santiago Bernabéu stadium. Iniesta to Xavi. Eto'o. It's a bit of a nothing header there, Roberto Carlos. Madrid playing pretty little triangles in front of the penalty area. I'm sure Rico won't be that happy to see that. Referee penalising Gio. Just bundling over Michael Owen there. I'm seeing Barca just look as if they're walking a bit. Yeah, Ronaldo, well robbed though by Xavi. Xavi Hernandez to Samuel Eto'o, being followed by a lot by Gravesen, isn't he, Eto'o? Here is Samuel Eto'o again. Good tackle by Pavón. Xavi, probably the pick of the bunch for Barca so far. Ronaldinho. Gravesen, a bit of a swipe at him.
Yeah, Gravesen has really gone in a few times. Well played, David Beckham.
And looking for Ronaldo with that long pass cut out by Puyol to Belletti. Tackling there by Raúl. Got a bit to prove today, Raúl.
Yeah, he has.
6 goals for the Madrid striker and captain all season. Playing in more of a midfield role today. He's been struggling all week with an instant problem. Gravesen. Splitting that one to Raúl. Helguera. Eto'o nearly getting a foot in there. Xavi to Puyol. Valdés. Not been a happy afternoon so far for Víctor. Valdés has not made a save and he's had to pick the ball out of his net on 2 occasions. First time was a far post header from Zidane who came in unmarked, and the second on 19 minutes. Another unmarked far post header from Ronaldo. Here's Eto'o, lets it run. Giovanni Van Bronckhorst picks up the loose ball, thinks about the shot, deflected off Helguera, and that is a corner for Barcelona. Marquez flicks that one on, and easy for Casillas.
Very surprised how much room Marquez had to take that.
What's he thinking about? Just thinking about it. It's almost like a... If this was the boxing game, you would say Barca probably had the most punches, but they've punched like a flyweight.
Yeah,
whereas Madrid have landed 2 heavyweight punches in there, and Barca are reeling. Puyol across quickly to deny Beckham. Leaving it for Roberto Carlos. In case you joined here late, you were here live in high definition on World Sport. There's 25 minutes gone of the Classic, and the scoreline is Real Madrid 2, FC Barcelona 0. Tremendous start from Real Madrid, whereas Barca just looked a little bit fragile, both in front of their goal, and it has to be said in front of Madrid's goal, because they've created chances. Ronaldinho just bundled off the ball there by Salgado. A little bit lucky, I think, to get the free kick.
Yeah, I think so. Barcelona, more than anything else, what they've done is they've found themselves in quite good positions around the Madrid box. They just haven't delivered that last ball particularly well. And at the back, they look horribly weak, to be honest.
Puyol. Pavón, Helguera. Raúl, it's a good flick on there. Puyol back to Valdés. Just flicked on there, but picked up in midfield by Madrid again. It's David Beckham. Is he bundled over by Xavi? Referee says yes. Takes it quickly, Beckham. Good thinking. Ronaldo. Trying to work his way through there, Ronaldo. 4 Barcelona players around him. Puyol bringing it out. No width there. Nowhere for him to open the ball up to, though. Marquez. Xavi to Ronaldinho's, yet to make an impact, the Brazilian. As is this man here, Andres Iniesta, for all his obvious abilities. It's a decent pass to Belletti. Giuliano Belletti curling the ball across, but if you're aiming for Juli, I forgot Juli was on the pitch actually.
Juli's spent a lot of the half drifting a long way inside. He's not played very wide. He's trying to come in on the diagonal behind Eto'o. Sometimes dropping in the kind of position that Xavi and Iniesta would normally be in, but he hasn't had very much luck with the ball.
He's been leaving the room for Belletti to sort of look up this wing, but I've really not seen him at all. Gravesen. Well, the referee bringing the crowd in front of us to the feet with that decision. Well, I think correct decision, it has to be said.
Just pushing, quite basically.
That's a lovely ball from Ronaldinho, but
great challenge,
Michael Owen in defence, and that was a vital tackle.
That's a very good challenge from Michael Owen. Not quite sure what he was doing back there, but
he's getting the vital tackle. Ronaldinho not really got anywhere to go. Got Beckham in front of him, gets the cross in, but well read by Roberto Carlos. Cleared to Oleguer. Xavi, back to Puyol. Basically recovered from an ankle injury that normally takes 3 weeks to recover from in 10 days to be fit for this game.
Which I think underlines the fact that he probably isn't completely fit.
I think after watching last week's defensive performance, Eto'o burst through Samuel Eto'o!
Oh, what a goal! What a fabulous goal.
Samuel Eto'o! They must hate the sight of him here in the Santiago Bernabéu stadium, because every time he turns up, Eto'o hits the back of the Madrid net, and that is probably what the neutral fan would have wanted to see. Certainly what the Madrid fans wanted to see.
What a fabulous goal. And I tell you, it's a fabulous goal, not because he's done anything particularly clever. This is just sheer willpower. Look, first pass is his. Then he dashes on here. It's just willpower through the middle.
That's a great little finish.
Great finish. I mean, it's Helguera and Roberto Carlos right. See, Roberto Carlos throws an arm out to try and stop him, and he just can't.
Bursting through there, it's probably no bad thing for Roberto Carlos that he didn't actually bring him down, because that would have probably been a red card challenge.
Yeah, I think so, because he did. I think he realised that Eto'o was getting away, and he just threw his left arm out slightly, trying to check his stride, whatever. To be honest, from the angle we're at, I thought Casillas was going to get there first, and Samuel Eto'o did really well
so
just
quick.
Toe poke it past him. What a game we've got on our hands. This is
well,
fabulous. And
Helguera just wide that. I've got my Eto'o statistics written down here in my reams of notes.
Paul, that is the 1,000th goal that Real Madrid have conceded at the Santiago Bernabéu, and they've conceded to Samuel Eto'o, of all the people.
That is Samuel Eto'o's 9th goal against Real Madrid. He scored 2 against them in the league in 2002. He scored 1 against them in the Super Cup. He scored 2 against them in the Copa del Rey in the same season. He scored twice as they won here. Gave you Merriam from World Sport. 3-2, well, as a Mallorca player, that is. And he scored against them in the Camp Nou. They must... And Madrid could have had him on their books for nothing. Ronaldinho, Giovanni. All of a sudden, Barca! And how close was he to getting on the end of that one?
Well, I'll tell you the answer to that. He was very, very close to getting on the end of it. Very close indeed, Samuel Eto'o, to get on the end of that.
Well,
in the end, it was Roberto Carlos, but
Barcelona, they look to be groggy. As it is, though, Eto'o's put them straight back in the game on 28 minutes. The ball's hung in there, and Zidane clearing it long. Something tells me, though, Sid, that 2-1 is not going to be the final score tonight.
No, I'd be tempted to say that both sides will score again. As you said, I mean, you said this really quite early in the game, and it's only modified to a limited extent. It's still a game without midfield. It's two sides pouring forward.
Just really going for it.
That's a great
acres
pass.
of space there for Juli. Ludovic, Juli looking to take on Pavón. Great tackle from Pavón. Against the player was a lot quicker than he is. It is Belletti now. Giuliano Belletti curls it in. Eto'o gets on the end of it. And that is easy for Casillas.
I mean, Eto'o just couldn't get enough power on it, could he? But
Belletti and his left foot couldn't really drive the ball across hard enough there. 31 minutes in the Bernabéu. Referee giving the free kick there for a push on Michael Owen. Real Madrid 2 goals from Zinedine Zidane and Ronaldo, and Samuel Eto'o just a couple of minutes ago using all his poacher's instinct to sneak through the Madrid defence and toe poke past Iker Casillas. What a game we have got on our hands. Zidane. Lots of space on the right. Beckham curls the ball across. Oleguer! Goodness gracious, Puyol. Oleguer's able to half clear it, not particularly well. Gravesen wallops that one over the bar. Excuse me while I just have an intake of breath. Goodness, good grief. That was dreadful defending from Oleguer, if I may comment.
It was. And
curled in from Beckham, and Oleguer, whoops, missing that. Oh, lordy.
I tell you, I mean, can't quite see him in the screen, but one of the other interesting things about that was that Iván Helguera was pretty much alongside Michael Owen.
Juli's through now. Ludovic Juli, can he finish? Oh, just wide. I've seen him put those in, though. Normally he gets a little bit of a curl on those.
Yeah. I actually thought he should have carried on in a little bit. Just running slightly wide of him, but I think he had time to carry on a little bit.
He's quick enough, isn't he?
Yeah. Just wide in post.
But to be honest, it could be 5-4 at the moment, couldn't it? As it is, There's the shot count, 7 for Madrid, 8 for Barca, and it just feels like a lot more. Beckham again. Can Barca defend the far post this time? Belletti does get there. Valdés. Oh, good bowling action there. He could probably play cricket if he wanted to. Zidane just...
I think that's very, very unlucky.
It always gets given, it's made.
It always gets given, but I think he's very unlucky. It's
hey,
the old shoulder to shoulder, which in theory is fine.
Yeah.
Although
maybe just goes a little bit diagonally.
On the replay, it does look a little harder than the first time. But, you know, again, in theory, shoulder contact is absolutely fine.
There's Ronaldinho.
So neither side can be at all comfortable at the moment.
I say it's a game for the neutral, isn't it? You know, I'm sure both sets of loyal fans are watching this go through the fingers.
Yeah, through the fingers and with very, very gritted teeth.
Yeah, I can enjoy this because I think Bilbao won yesterday. As did Hull City this afternoon, you mean? By the way, I'd like to say times I was just looking at the Satellite Guys website. Thank Ilya for the commentator wrote yesterday. They were very nice to read. Thank you very much. I was touched to read them. I really mean that. And hopefully, though, we will be here at least until the end of the month. As I say, we'll be in the Calderon next weekend, as planned. And the week after, we'll be back here to see Madrid take on Villarreal. Belletti, Marquez, blocked. I bet that's done by Helguera. Samuel Eto'o, Barca laying a bit of a siege to the Madrid goal since Eto'o pulled one back. There is Eto'o, cleared again. As far as Michael Owen holds up the ball intelligently. Owen to his England teammate David Beckham. Decent ball along the line from Beckham, looking for Zidane. It would have been a decent ball if it had actually been not cut out for the throw-in.
The idea was right.
Decent idea.
And it was the idea that really was born in Zidane's head rather than Beckham's, and that he was steaming across, calling for it. Beckham tried the right pass, it just didn't come off for him.
It's Belletti, yet to put up a really decent cross there. This time it's blocked by Ronaldo. Not often you see Ronaldo defending that deep.
No, and in some ways I'm not sure Madrid will want to see him defending that deep.
Probably looking at him, you know, he's not going to have 90 minutes of explosive power in him, so you don't want him to waste it all there. You want him on the halfway line. Once again, Helguera getting up there.
He's had a very, very good second half of the season.
Struggled a bit with ankle problems earlier on, I think. Iniesta, Andres Iniesta, trying to weave a bit of magic, getting into the box there, but once again, just too many Madrid players around him, and Thomas Gravesen.
Iniesta just bounces off him, doesn't he?
I wonder how well he bounced off, and there Iniesta on the ground now. Owen clearing the ball sportingly so he can get some treatment. And that is Andres Iniesta. Let's have a look.
I don't think there's anything there, to be honest.
I mean, just basically,
his face,
it's a little hand-off, isn't it? I mean, I think you see that in rugby or American football every week, and people don't roll around crying. They have got helmets in American football, I suppose.
It's not quite the same thing. I don't suppose Andres Iniesta is wearing...
He still looks as if he should get more iron in his diet.
He does.
36 minutes here in the Santiago Bernabéu Stadium, and
what a 30. I think in terms of creation of play, Barca have been the better side, but they've just looked so open. And every time, actually, to be fair to him, particularly every time David Beckham's got the ball deep, he's looked up and he's seen so much space and room to release players. And when those players are as quick as Michael Owen and Ronaldo, you're going to get in trouble.
I was thinking actually about all the chances the attacking play there's been. I don't think either keeper has made a save as such.
Because I think what there's been is, rather than clear-cut chances that have required saves, there's been lots of good positions, lots of not quite getting theirs, rather than actual chances.
Valdés clearing that with the crowd here. 36.5 minutes here in the Bernabéu. Madrid 2-1 up thanks to goals from Zidane and Ronaldo. His first goal since the 5th of March, but Samuel Eto'o, who else with his 22nd goal of the season, bringing Barca right back into the game. Once again, Samuel Eto'o looking for the ball for Julie. Well cut out though by Pavón. Ronaldinho spreading it across to Belletti. Gets away with a slightly slack control, Belletti. Taking on Roberto Carlos, gives it to Xavi. Ronaldinho trying to work a little space there. Ronaldinho back to Eto'o. Xavi, will he think about the spot? Shot no one to Belletti. Crossed over. Rui! Brilliant defending on the far post there from Salgado.
Yeah,
See,
excellent
Salgado
defending
did
from
there
Salgado.
what the Barca defence didn't do on the 2 Madrid goals.
Yeah,
Got
exactly.
there. Great defensive header. Curled over, Marquez nearly gets the flick on as it is. Gravesen clears it to Michael Owen. He's picked up all those loose balls, hasn't he, Owen?
Yeah. Particularly coming in on the Madrid right-hand side. Barcelona have a disadvantage when they go up for corners and stuff like that, though, because fundamentally, Marquez is the only person who's going to get to them. So Madrid can effectively double team him, which is something that Barcelona tried to do to Iván Helguera, and they left Ronaldo on the far post. It's not really the guy you want to leave alone, is it?
No, I mean, most of his goals he does score with his feet, but he's a big lad, and he just showed that, you know. Most people would have put that header away. But he really wanted that Ronaldo, didn't he? It's Raúl.
And there's lots of room
for Juli again. He's got Eto'o storming through the middle. He's against Helguera. Eto'o still getting into space. Juli! Ronaldinho! Poor control from Ronaldinho. He's lucky to get there. Turns back on himself.
Great ball.
Here's Juli. Lines it up, Juli over the bar. That's a wasted attack there from Barcelona.
It certainly is. It's a dreadful waste. You just wonder as well, I mean, Eto'o was storming through the middle. Pavón gave him a little check to make sure he couldn't get through. And if he'd just been released earlier, as it is, Juli made a bit of a mess of it. Then Ronaldinho made a mess of it, but made amends, pulled it back, got it to Juli, and it's a very, very disappointing shot from Juli. I'm not sure what's going on. I wonder if Raúl's still bleeding because the referee seems to be telling him to go off the pitch.
Yeah. God dear, he's got a heck of a bump there on his eyelid, hasn't he? Something to remember the game by.
Or not. I wonder if he's concussed, he might forget this whole thing.
See the assistant just cutting a new piece of band. Oh dear, he looks as if he's really been through the walls, isn't he? There.
It's a strip, isn't it, to hold it in place.
Oh, now he is bleeding, just on the corner of his eye. Because if you are bleeding, you can't stay on the pitch. Belletti, Xavi. Samuel Eto'o. To Belletti. Seen a lot of the ball in the last 15 minutes, Giuliano Belletti. Perhaps Barca would have been happier if he'd done a bit more with it. And Raúl storming back onto the pitch. Just making Iniesta hurry. Good defending from Madrid. They're looking very organised. Right in those two defensive lines, letting the strikers close down the man on the ball. Now Ronaldo just using his body against Belletti. He's got a bit more body than Belletti. Juli into the area. Ludovic Juli! Casillas!
Great save from Casillas.
Saint Iker, as they call him here.
Well, I'm looking at my notes from the chances, Barcelona, and I've got 30 minutes, 32, 33, 34, 38, 39, 40, which I think tells us everything we need to know about the way this game is twisting. But Barcelona will be really, really disappointed that they haven't put any of these away. That was probably the best chance of the lot, and Juli did all the right things until the shot.
It wasn't a bad shot.
It wasn't even a bad shot, no, but he did all the right things until the shot. And I think that, you know, the disappointment will be there that they haven't scored again. But if they go into half time like this, I think Frank Rijkaard will probably tell his players,
keep it up, lads.
Just do the same.
Just tighten up a bit in the back. Iniesta. Once again, Ludovic Juli. To be fair,
he's been really lively. That's what he's been. He hasn't used the ball very well.
Well, last week against Betis, he was lively as well, wasn't he? But he just didn't quite finish it. I mean, if he had a good game against Betis, Barca could have won that game. Yeah. Basically, Eto'o. Looking for the foul there, Eto'o. Referee's not interested in giving it, though. Allowing Madrid to break out of defence, and here's David Beckham. Against Xavi. Looks inside to Ronaldo. Back to Beckham, just chips it inside for Thomas Gravesen. A bit loose. I think just caught Roberto Carlos rather than making a bad pass, just caught him just slightly off balance. And there's Xavi and Belletti getting the ball off Zidane. Not seen much of Zidane. He scored the opening goal, but he's been a bit peripheral, hasn't he? Eto'o. Lovely pass to Iniesta. There's Giovanni storming through. If he looks up, Ronaldinho went for glory, though. Yeah, still with Xavi. Xavi Hernandez cutting back, looks up. Great ball in there for Iniesta. He's won it. Giovanni! Casillas saves again! Well, he doesn't get paid like a Galactico Iker Casillas, but
well,
goodness gracious, he should though.
That's a great pass. And Giovanni Van Bronckhorst should have scored. It's a good save, though. It is a good save, but he should have scored. What a game this is.
All of a sudden, you know, in the last 15 minutes, the Bernabéu, they're winning against Barca has been very quiet.
Well, because they're nervous, aren't they? Again, you see, it was Marquez. He's the only person they can aim for from corners.
Eto'o, once again, saved by Casillas, although that was a little bit easier. Gives it to Zidane. Sending it Zidane. Going through the middle, obstruction there by Iniesta. Not the most subtle obstruction you'll see. Is the referee going to book him?
He might.
He's let him off. Look at him. Oh, he is. Oh, he's just a little word with him there. I think he was a bit lucky there, Iniesta, to get away without being booked. Minute and a half of normal time here in the Bernabéu. It's still Madrid 2, Barcelona 1, but Barca will be ruining a string of missed chances in this last 10 minutes.
They certainly will. They certainly will. And so, I mean, that list just grows longer. Almost by the minute, Barca are getting chances.
Giovanni doing well there.
It's a great ball as
Eto'o,
well.
Samuel Eto'o. He's got Gravesen ahead of him. I'm sure Eto'o will use his pace here. Helguera tries once. Eto'o taking on Gravesen. Finds Julie, that's a great run. Oh, brilliant challenge there at the end, and is that going to go? Oh, he's a bit lucky there, Casillas, I think.
I think Casillas might be a little bit lucky, yeah.
Man, I think Julie's going over saying, yeah, fair enough. Yet another counter-attack from Barcelona.
It's a great idea from Julie. It's a brilliant challenge. It's David Beckham. I mean, we've seen Beckham and Owen.
No, I tell you what, he never has the ball under control there, Casillas. Let's have a look at this. He never has two hands on that ball. He never has it. No.
As it turns out, I think when Eto'o got back in, he moved it away from the goal and Gravesen got in. But just a catalogue of chances for Barcelona in the last 15 minutes.
Michael Owen. Think about that. Madrid is you miss a catalogue against chances, and someone like Michael Owen pops up.
Oh,
great challenge from Puyol, though.
It really is.
And makes it 3-1. I was going to say. Belletti just
fell rather easily, didn't he? And there is a foul, but he fell rather easily. Wow, what a half we've had. What a half we've had. And you look at these two teams, and it would confirm, despite the scoreline, it would confirm, you know, what the league table shows, wouldn't it? That one team has, to be honest, played nearly all the football.
Oh yeah, definitely. But so far, Real Madrid are winning on the night. 2-0 to Madrid, but Barca. Goodness gracious, how many chances do they want? You know, for a team that we talk about their attacking talent, to actually waste so many chances is terrible. We've got 2 minutes of extra time.
Well, I mean, I think they've been unlucky in the sense that the ball, and this is going to sound absolutely absurd, they've been unlucky in the sense that the ball too often has fallen to Ronaldo. And he has turned back and turned himself into trouble too many times, whereas Eto'o goes on and makes things happen. Whereas Ronaldinho has turned into trouble too often.
It's Ronaldo. Looking to take on Giovanni Van Bronckhorst. Ronaldo. Score of Madrid's second goal, turning inside. Iniesta chasing him back. Space in the middle of the park. Well, big surprise there. Lots of room for Roberto Carlos. Trying to storm past Belletti. Crosses it round. 3-1. Well, we said that Madrid could score any minute, and that could be a killer goal. And I have to say, a bit cruel for Barca, but how happy are they in the Bernabéu?
Unbelievable.
Raúl, who's been pretty rubbish all game.
Unbelievable. How on earth? I mean, how on earth does that happen? Yeah, I mean, Barca have made all a running. Roberto Carlos was just too quick, wasn't he? Raúl was there first, and it sneaked through Valdés. Oh dear.
Well,
I'm not sure that didn't actually go in off Valdés.
Well, another player who's had to put up with the criticism over the last few weeks, Raúl, but the big games are when the stars come out. He certainly had a pretty intense 45 minutes, the Madrid captain.
Well, the Madrid fans are singing, "This is the way Madrid win." Well, it's probably not the thing they want to sing, because the reality is that Barca
basically for the last 20 minutes have been played off the park.
Yeah.
And yet,
the very
last
last
kick of the
first half.
Yeah. Goodness gracious.
Well, it's been an incredible half. It really has been an incredible half. Where they're not winning is beyond me. It's
I think see basically where the sides have been attacking Barca. As you can see in white carrying the bulk of the attack through the middle, Eto'o, and on that right-hand side where it's been Belletti and Julie who have been a little bit, has to be a little bit profligate with the ball.
Yeah.
Fortunately, a little bit more precision there, and Barca could quite easily be at least level.
Oh, easy. Barca should be winning this game. It's incredible to say it, but they should be winning this game.
As it is, 45 minutes. And something we've got to bear in mind is, we mentioned it briefly at the beginning of the game, if the sides at the end of the season were level on points, it's individual goal difference. So basically the results between the two teams that would decide the title. Now, Barca won 3-0 in the Camp Nou earlier this season in November. So Madrid really would want to win this game, not just win it, but win it by at least 3 goals.
Yeah.
If they win it by 4 goals, even better. Whereas for Barca to come away with the score as it is now would mean that the Madrid are 6 points behind, but it would effectively be 7. Zidane. Slightly quiet half for Zidane, but he did score that all-important opening goal. Ball for Owen. He can use his pace here on this wing, and Valdés out of his area quickly there. The Barca goalkeeper spotted the danger.
Yeah, he saw it very early, didn't he? He did very well, Victor Valdés.
Michael Owen not scored yet. Probably not, well, I was going to say won't be happy to see his 2 competitors scoring, but I think he's made a big contribution to the game. He's held the ball up, he's looked dangerous.
Yeah, I think he's moved very well. And in some ways it's quite surprising how well he's held the ball up, because that really isn't his game.
He's normally someone who gets it and tears through the middle.
Tears through the middle, goes beyond people. Instead he's coming back, he's holding the ball, he's laying it off, going again. I think he's, in working terms, has been very impressive.
He's Iniesta, Andres Iniesta. How much do you think Barca are missing Deco tonight?
Quite a lot. Not least because the amount of times they've been in shooting positions on the edge of the area. Deco is by far and away the most dangerous person with the ball at his feet. 5, 10, even 15 yards outside that box.
Scored 8 goals this season, Deco, 5 of them from deflections. It's Belletti looking to get the ball in. Once again, not a great cross, actually, but he has found Eto'o. And this time Casillas again denying Ludovic Julie. We're taking off. Well, as we ended the first half.
Yeah.
Great little knock down there from Eto'o. Lovely chip in.
It's a great ball from Eto'o, isn't it? It's a really great ball from Eto'o.
Then once again, Julie maybe.
Was he 10 yards out and he misses it?
Yeah. Well, it's saved, but it hits it straight at the keeper. I think we said that 9 shots on target from Barca. Ronaldinho's not really put much into this game so far. He's just struggled to be fit after a food poisoning or a stomach bug. And he just seems to take the edge off him. And it's again Eto'o. Xavi blocked. Looks like a question of offside there, and the ball going away. Goal kick for Madrid. Marcus expression says, how is this happening?
Well, I mean, we were saying this in the first half, and I think we have to be well advised to repeat now that Eto'o,
it's just been excellent.
Eto'o defines things. He makes things happen. He goes at people, and he plays things in fairly sort of simple, straightforward football. But he's made things happen in a way that Julian Ronaldinho haven't. And you just wonder if Eto'o had been better served.
Well, in fact, most of the chances have actually been Eto'o giving the pass rather than Eto'o getting the chance.
And Julie getting away on the right-hand side and being rather wasteful.
It's not a bad ball in there from Beckham, actually.
It's interesting as well how Beckham is in theory on the right-hand side of that midfield diamond, but how centrally he's been playing.
I think everybody in this game is massively motivated. They're all really up for it. Beckham, he's never a player who lacks motivation. Yeah, foul there against Salgado and the booking.
I was just about to say Salgado's rather lucky not to have had a booking for the way he's been gnawing away at Ronaldinho all night.
Yeah, I mean it is late, isn't it? It's a bit high, and yeah, he's not actually brought him crashing to the ground, but I think the intent and the very fact that he didn't go down there speaks a lot of Ronaldo.
It's repetition as well, isn't it? There's been so many of them.
Salgado on 9 bookings, 1 booking off another one. Xavi just colliding there against Helguera, no penalty, good decision I think from the referee. Owen wants Ronaldo. Setting up Zidane, just do little bicycle steps there from Zidane, and Ronaldo carrying on. Foul, says the referee, yeah. Looking down at the Barca substitute, you'd wonder who well, obviously there's Maxi Lopez who could come on. The way Barca are playing, I don't know if Maxi is exactly who I'd want to bring on.
No, I don't think I'd be looking at putting Maxi on the pitch either. To be honest, I think Silvinho is the one person outside who could maybe add something.
Yeah, but who would you take off? You know, you wouldn't really want to take off Giovanni.
No, you wouldn't. Maybe you'd move Giovanni further up the pitch.
Maybe take Oleguer off, perhaps just.
Possibly Oleguer off. Possibly even Iniesta with Gio playing centrally.
Little subs for Barca being Gerrard, Navarro, Albertini.
Gerrard at least gives you presence, I suppose.
A bit more arrival from midfield, but maybe Gerrard for Iniesta. Just a little bit more punch there. See Salgado using his arm to control that ball. Catches in there, Giovanni.
Yeah, I think he's unlucky though. I don't think there was any intention at all. And as he said, as he says, he was carrying through. Helguera got there first, and
yeah, he just sticks his foot in there, doesn't he?
He just sticks his foot in, but I think as when it happens that quickly, I think he's carrying on almost for the run, and it's worthy of a card. But I think he's unlucky.
Dangerous ball there from Beckham across the mid defence, and Roberto Carlos has no option other than just to clear it.
Yeah, Beckham's not actually looking at him at the moment, but Roberto Carlos is pointing at the pitch saying, look, if you've got it in that position, you don't know where to go.
When in doubt, kick it out.
Get rid of it, yeah.
Ronaldinho bundled off the ball by Beckham. I wonder if Ronaldinho might be the player to go off, actually. Free kick for Barca.
Barca need a goal fairly obviously, but I also think they need
just clips it,
I also think they need a goal fairly soon.
Ronaldinho scythed away by Roberto Carlos. Belletti sending it quickly to Juli. On the overlap, Belletti's pulled the man away. Juli inside to Iniesta. Can he get the shooting chance? Nobody gets the ball back. Andres Iniesta, Madrid getting men into the area. Ronaldinho twisting and turning, but has he got any space? So he goes to Marquez, deflected, and that's gone out for a corner. Once again, Madrid must have had about 8 players crowding the penalty area there.
When Andres Iniesta turned away, came towards the left-hand side of the penalty area, he was looking to play, I think, Giovanni Van Bronckhorst, but he couldn't because Ronaldinho was in his way.
Xavi with the corner, flicked in there. Helguera helping it on to Raúl. Does well there, Raúl. Not so well the second time. There's Zidane taking the ball away from Marquez. Referee giving a free kick for Real Madrid.
Yeah. There was absolutely no contact at all, but I actually think that's the right decision. He's given a free kick because the intent in that tackle was pretty awful.
Yeah.
And Zidane only didn't get hit because he took evasive action.
Indeed, 53 minutes gone in the Bernabéu. No change in the score of this second half. It's still Real Madrid 3, Barcelona 1. And it's basically been not much change in the tonic of the game. Barcelona carrying the game to Madrid, but not able to create, well, not able to convert those chances into goals, basically.
Well, we've seen it a lot this year, haven't we? That we've seen times when Barca haven't created enough. We've also seen times when they haven't created enough, partly because they've started getting anxious because the 2 or 3 chances they have had, they've sent, you know, into the stands or off the keeper or whatever. And I think whereas Madrid have won some games they haven't deserved to this year, Barca have lost some and drawn some that they really should have won. I don't think there's really any doubt that Barca are top of the league and a long way clear for a reason.
I think to be fair to the Madrid players, a lot of them said that. Raúl said that, didn't he, on his Thursday press conference? So Barca got a lot more points because Juli looking to get into the area. Good challenge. No, he's got through though, Juli, but not a good pass. Tonic of the night for the Frenchman. Just looking ahead to next weekend, Madrid. They've both got games you'd think they'd win. Madrid travel to Valencia, but they're not playing Valencia, they're playing Levante. The second side from Valencia team, they beat 6-0, was it here in the Bernabéu? Levante have been playing brilliant football, and then all of a sudden came to Madrid and were dreadful.
Yeah, collapsed completely from there on, didn't they?
But they changed the style for the game, didn't they, basically? That was the whole point. Whereas Barca, no foul, right? He's given a foul. Barca Getafe have got one on the face of it. She's a game they should win, but it's a typical game that they might struggle. They're at home to the mighty Getafe. Now, Getafe are not an easy team to beat. They're really well organised. They're really solid. They defend very well. I think sometimes that really causes problems for Barca.
Yeah, well, we've seen them so many times up against teams that defend, struggling to score goals.
It's Julie to Ronaldinho, looking to turn Ronaldinho, no foul.
Should have looked to
Should have looked to shoot first time, shouldn't he? Here's Gravesen surging forward, looking for Ronaldo, and that's a great ball there from Gravesen. An intelligent run as well from Ronaldo. Trying to work a shooting chance for Ronaldo. Raúl's not quite alert enough there. Decent ball from Julie, can't keep it. So you'd think both teams will win next week. The big difference could be that Getafe, they've beaten Albacete today, which basically assures that they will not go down this season. You just wonder if there'll be a little bit of relaxation. You know, we're in the camp now, let's have a bit of a party, enjoy ourselves. Typically, they might suddenly just relax and get beat 4-0.
Possibly.
But
I think more significant are the games the weekend after that, when Madrid go to Real Sociedad.
we're doing at home to Villarreal again.
Sorry,
but
we following week as well.
We hope we'll be watching here on World Sport against Villarreal. Villarreal, of course, are third in the table. I'm having a fantastic season. Offside there against Michael Owen.
Right decision. Yeah. Actually, surprising that Owen didn't pull his run back sooner. What he tends to do is go into an offside position, come back onside, ready for the ball, and he just hadn't made that curl to come back onside.
Key factor was for Villarreal when they come in a couple of weeks is that they probably won't be in European competitions anymore because they got beat 2-1 last week in the UEFA Cup against AZ Alkmaar, the Dutch side. Means that probably their European adventure will probably be over. They'll be a little bit more rested for the trip to Madrid. The team we've been following a lot in Europe, of course, on World Sport, Auxerre got absolutely clowned 4-0 by CSK in Moscow.
There goes Owen.
There goes Michael Owen using that pace, and I tell you what, if he can look across, Ronaldo's got space, and that's a booking. Tell you what, is that Giovanni?
He's had a booking.
Little bit lucky there.
Yeah, he is a little bit lucky. Well, the position Michael Owen's in, I think that is a little lucky.
I think the way the game's been, it's not been a dirty game. It's not been a game where there's been a lot of fouls. And, I think in many ways the referee is trying to not be card happy, but yeah, I think a little bit fortunate there, the Dutchman. Good run there from Owen. And here we are in Beckham territory.
Yeah, I was just thinking that Beckham might quite fancy shooting from there.
Owen hovering, Beckham having a go! Saved by Valdés.
It's been a little while, hasn't it, since Barca created anything. And in that first half, they were creating chance after chance. It has been a while since they created anything. Oh, Casillas very nearly took that out of the area.
You worry, if Madrid do score another, whether Barca could end up coming in with a handful. A little bit slack there from Madrid. It's maybe not quite taken off this second half so far, but I think you can feel the tension on the pitch. Madrid, they need a third goal, basically. That would be so significant in the general context of the league. Whereas Barca must feel that if they can get one, they can still sneak something from the game.
But then so many times we've seen Barca create chance after chance and not do it. I just feel with Barcelona that for all the attacking ability they've got, there's sometimes a little bit of them that just when they have a good game, they have a very good game and they score loads. But when they're tense,
yeah, it doesn't work, does it? Here's Iniesta looking for Xavi. Iniesta, Andres Iniesta. Eto'o once again just penalised, I think, for backing in.
Yeah, I think so.
But that was typical. I think that's quite typical of what we've seen at Barcelona a lot of this season. Look, everything is trying to go through the middle again. Even Julie, who's
in theory the wide man.
Exactly. Was moving inside looking for Iniesta. And Ronaldinho, who should be playing on the left. I wonder if it might not be worth bringing on Silvinho, as you say, and taking off Ronaldinho just to give a bit more width. Actually, where he's going, Giovanni also could be a good candidate to be taken off.
Doesn't want to get sent off, does he?
No. You don't want to end up with 10 men against Real Madrid in the Bernabéu when you're chasing the game. There's Xavi. Puyol. Oleguer. Marquez, he looks up, he's got Belletti on the right, decided to go inside again for Ronaldinho, who was beaten to the ball by Helguera, who I think got stepped on us.
Helguera's been enormous tonight.
Samuel Eto'o once again looking dangerous, looking for Julie, but the ball's through to Iker Casillas, gets it moving to Zinedine Zidane. Gravesen, very solid game from the Dane. A decent pass there for Beckham as well. Giovanni, wrist thought about it, didn't he? Here's Beckham into the area, pulls it back, and there, Marquez in the right place at the right time. Desperately vital challenge there. Iniesta skips past Gravesen. Poor pass though for Xavi. That gives Roberto Carlos a chance to storm forward. And now Julie. Poor control this time, though.
Yeah, he just needed to nudge the ball away from him, didn't he, to go forward. As it is, he tried to hold it up and he ended up running beyond the ball.
Great control from Beckham. All of a sudden, Madrid stepping up a gear. Marquez in hard.
Fantastic challenge.
And Eto'o thinking about it. Ooh, Helguera caught him with his arm there. Caught him with his elbow there, Iván Helguera. Let's have a look at this.
No, I don't know.
Just leaves a trailing arm there. I don't know if it's deliberate.
I'm not on that replay. I'm not completely clear what, or maybe if there's maybe some contact at heel level as well, that maybe the feet collide. Helguera hasn't been booked, I don't think.
No, he hasn't. He hasn't. I think he could have easily been booked for that. So I think maybe that levels up the Giovanni Van Bronckhorst decision. Xavi standing up with only 3 Barca players in the penalty area.
I think Barca overdo the short passes as well from free kicks and so on. I think sometimes they should look to make more of it.
There are 3 players in the penalty area there for a free kick. You know, if that had been Madrid, Beckham would have been whipping that ball in around the penalty spot. Helguera taking the free kick. Marquez. Iniesta straight back to Paco Pavón. Being heartily chased by Julie. Ball back with Casillas. Picks out Pavón. Cool play there from the Madrid keeper, who was once again pulled off his quota of match-saving saves tonight.
Yeah, he certainly has. I mean, you know, and particularly when he's got guys clean through one-on-one with him. He's very, very good at judging and blocking and denying him any space to shoot into.
There's Giovanni.
Ronaldo working very hard.
Very hard, all of them. Beckham as well. Snapping away there with Iniesta. Xavi to Ronaldinho. Samuel Eto'o. Trying to go for a crowd of players there. Eto'o losing his balance. Once again, there was a man on the overlap. Barca turning the screw again. Iniesta gets there first. Salgado able to let that one out for a throw-in for Real Madrid. 63 minutes gone in the Bernabéu Stadium. It's still Real Madrid 3. Goals from Zidane, Ronaldo and Raúl. Barcelona 1. Samuel Eto'o. But there is still a lot to play for. Ronaldinho. Lovely little dummy there from Julie, just evading Belletti, but Belletti looks up. Can he get past Roberto Carlos? Nobody trying to help him. He's done well though, Belletti. Unfortunately, on his weaker left foot to Iniesta. Question of offside, not given. Belletti thinks about the shot over the bar.
Terrible shot, to be honest.
Looked to be a question of offside there in the Madrid penalty area. In the 65th minute of the game, Iker Casillas with a goal kick for Real Madrid. Marquez. Oleguer in there, Iniesta.
Oh, great turn.
Lovely little turn.
Oh,
brilliant skill there from Iniesta. Good tackle, Helguera in fast on Eto'o, as you have to be. And here's Michael Owen. Through on goal, Michael Owen, can he make it 4? He can!
What a fabulous goal.
What a great striker Michael Owen is with his 11th goal of the season.
Magnificent. But Real Madrid have had 4 shots on target.
4 shots on target, 4 goals.
4-1 up. They are 4-1 up. It's a great finish. It's a really great finish, but right through the middle, Michael Owen. David Beckham played it in.
Well, we've seen them do that time after time for England, for Queen and country, God bless them. And there, Beckham just chipping the ball through. Michael Owen, he knows what to do. One control, and that's a great finish with the outside of his right foot. Well, it's a great selection problem for Wanderlei Luxemburg. Who do you drop?
Well, he leaves Figo out the side again, doesn't he?
Poor old Luis Figo, yeah.
It's a fabulous goal, and this is so significant because it's closed in that gap, and Maxi Lopez is on the pitch.
Here he is, Maxi. Barca need a goal, even if they're not going to save the game now.
That's the penalty.
No, he's not giving it.
Ooh, I thought that. To be honest, I thought that was.
But that goal, how important is that in the general context of the league?
Not clear who Max has gone on for. Julie, presumably. Can't see him here for Julie.
It looks like.
There's Belletti bumping Zidane. Wow. This is a huge result. It really is.
Belletti, a bit of frustration there on Zidane. But Madrid, 4 shots on target, 4 goals. Finally, the Bernabéu crowd has started to chant. Slightly half-hearted, actually. It's not even the majority of the crowd. You know, I mean, you were in Liverpool this weekend, this Tuesday for the Champions League game. It was Liverpool against Juventus. You said one of the big things you noticed was the difference in atmosphere between England and Spain.
It's a different world. It's a different world. The noise was just incredible.
Considering this is the biggest game of the season and they're winning 4-1, you'd expect a bit more noise from the Madrid fans. Considering there's 78,000 coming.
This is a huge result.
Belletti picked him a booking for that tackle, by the way.
Well, I'll tell you what, I wonder if Real Madrid even sends blood now.
Well, we said that, didn't we, a while back? If they get a 4th, you just wonder if Barca might buckle under and consider a couple more. It's not been a good night for Mr. Víctor Valdés.
No, it's been a dreadful night for him, and there's actually been very little he could do about it. It's been a very poor night for Barcelona defensively, very poor indeed. And you've got to feel for Samuel Eto'o particularly, because he's worked very hard, he's done just about everything right. And quite frankly, his teammates haven't.
Certain players have done well, like Xavi's had a good game, Marquez has had a good match, but the other players in attack, Ronaldinho has been very poor. Yeah. Julie's was basically repeated the performance from last week against Betis. And here's Eto'o trying to get in there, but once again, Helguera.
Samuel Eto'o trying to get in. Iván Helguera has been absolutely magnificent tonight.
It's Marquez. Raúl and Beckham. Not quite as precise as that through ball for Owen there. You've got to wonder about the morale damage that this will do to Barca as well. They've got to beat Getafe next week. If they don't beat Getafe, that could be the key to the league.
Yeah.
And Madrid will be going all out for that 5th goal because they know that the 5th goal will mean that if they pick up 6 points, that they're the team who will win the league.
Oof, they nearly had it there.
Goodness gracious. So Belletti just getting a foot in there to deny Ronaldo. And Puyol from the floor says to the referee it's not a booking.
It was a booking, but I tell you what as well, if Ronaldo had tried, I'm sure he could have got out of the way of that. I'm surprised it didn't actually, because he had the room behind Puyol to go galloping into. Look, Puyol's on the floor quite early, and I just thought Ronaldo could have...
Yeah, could have skipped past him.
Although skipping's not really one of the things Ronaldo does, is it?
In fact, that means Puyol will not play next week against Getafe, which is not good. It means he'll have plenty of time to recover from his knee injury.
Yeah, in that sense, it might not be a bad thing, because I just wonder if he's not completely right today. But my goodness, what a game this is turning out to be.
Beckham with the free kick. 4-1 to Real Madrid. Who would have thought so? Valdés. At least he got a save in that. Ronaldinho bundle off the ball. Free kick, says Mr. Ramírez Domínguez. I think it's a quite good performance today.
Yeah, he's done nothing wrong.
Put under a lot of pressure. Here's Ronaldinho, who's not had such a good performance. Well, that's a decent pass to Eto'o. Maxi's time. How much time does he need there, Maxi Lopez? Xavi. Eto'o. Oh dear, oh dear.
And the fans would quite enjoy that, haven't they?
I'll tell you what though, Maxi, he gives the ball to Xavi, but how much time did he have there himself? I see a loan deal to Malaga next season for Maxi Lopez.
Oh, and another one.
So he's just dropped down a league division to Valladolid, I think, with that one. Maxi Lopez, the young Argentinian striker, he's only 20 years old, has to be said. But you've got to say he's very raw.
Yeah.
Barca will have Henrik Larsson back.
I think Beckham might be back that card.
Yep. So Barca will have Henrik Larsson back next season after his knee problems, and you just wonder. Yeah, he just sticks his. It's the second leg really, rather than the first one, isn't it? There, it just follows through. Xavi. Off to Maxi. Maxi Lopez looks across. Once again, it's blocked by Helguera. Seems to have done himself a little bit of damage on that one. And Iniesta.
Oh,
brilliant play there from the youngster. Marquez to Samuel Eto'o. Ronaldinho. Inside to Iniesta. Ooh, did that flick off a hand there? No, says the referee. Play on. Van Bronckhorst. This time it's Pavón clearing the ball. Van Bronckhorst back in there. Xavi. Barcelona dominating the ball around the Madrid penalty area, and that is a free kick. The thing about the game has been nearly all played in the Madrid half.
Yeah. It's been incredible, hasn't it?
It certainly has.
It really has been incredible.
Big free kick for Barcelona. Who'll take it? Will it be Ronaldinho or Giovanni? I say, Barca get a goal back. It probably won't stave off a defeat now, but I say in the general context of the league, it could be very, very important.
Could indeed.
I wonder if Luxemburgo will bring on Figo for the last 10 minutes. Be a nice gesture. Ronaldinho!
What a fabulous goal.
What an incredible goal. He's done nothing all night. Iker Casillas saying to the wall, you're meant to jump. That is unbelievable, and that is a vital goal there for Barca.
Yeah, much more important than it sort of seems. with all these people kind of quiet. Oh well, it's just a goal, but that's much more important than it may seem. It's a fabulous goal for a guy who's had a pretty poor night. Actually, it must be said.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what that means is Casillas didn't even see it. To be fair, it just doesn't go that high over the wall. I'm not surprised Casillas has sent the wall. Look, you should jump on these. I said, in the general context over the two games, that means that Barca have got a better goal difference than Madrid.
Yeah.
Vital.
I wouldn't put it past Madrid scoring another, though.
No. And that probably shows we've got an interesting last 16 minutes of normal player in the Bernabéu. We've certainly had a goal feast tonight. It's Barcelona or Real Madrid 4, Barcelona 2. And to be fair, it could have been a lot more. For both sides.
Yeah, no, particularly for Barcelona, but yeah, it could indeed. I mean, Madrid haven't missed a huge amount of chances, but they've had a couple of good positions.
Missed any. There were 4 shots on target and they've all gone in. There was a Roberto Carlos chance in the first half when he decided to pass, but I can't think of many other misses.
You just wonder as well about Maxi Lopez, where he just doesn't have the mobility of Ludovic Giulia.
Well, maybe what Barca actually need is another reference in the middle. The way the thing
but Lopez is
why
playing
is
on the right.
Yeah,
exactly.
He's not exactly a winger, is he? Although saying that, he did win that free kick by just sort of standing
there and
waiting for someone to kick him. It's Ronaldinho again. Good tackle by the referee.
Yeah.
Ronaldo battling away there, still battling away. Oleguer coming away with the ball though. Samuel Eto'o to Ronaldinho. Will that just inspire the Brazilian? It seems to, that goal. Here he is, Ronaldinho. Is he going to go all the way? He could still do that, Ronaldinho. Ball just cut out there as Van Bronckhorst was looking to do something, and Samuel Eto'o is down in the middle of the park. That is not good news for Barca. He's holding his knee there, Eto'o. I'll tell you, if Eto'o has got anything serious here, this could be almost more significant to the championship race than the result. Exactly,
yeah,
the 22-goal top scorer in the Primera Liga. And to be fair, if Eto'o's injured...
Well, and I'll tell you as well, I mean, what we can't see, we can now, you can just
Puyol and Marquez.
Puyol and Marquez stretching against each other, and Marquez went down holding his
obviously just suffered a bit of cramp.
I think he's got a bit of cramp. Cramp is, it really does wipe you out the last 10 to 15 minutes of any game. And the great quote from Kevin Keegan once in England, who said, in many ways, cramp is worse than a broken leg, which of course it's not at all, but it doesn't mean it's comfortable.
It's very painful. Every time you move,
well,
you're suffering. You've got no lactic acid, have you?
And so every time you move, it sends the pain through you. And yeah,
basically your muscles go stiff and you're down.
I wonder if Frank Rijkaard is even thinking about a draw. I wonder if he honestly thinks they can get 2 more.
I don't see why not. Barca can score goals, can't they? I mean, scoring goals is not a problem. Nice round of applause for Eto'o as he's carried off the pitch. That's very, very generous from the Madrid fans.
Very generous indeed. It's sort of mixed, isn't it? There's some whistling him off. There's quite a lot of applause. I wonder if there's a sense there that, you know, they know it's maybe he had to leave. Maybe it wasn't his fault.
I think that's pretty true. And that is Damia, who's going to be coming on as a substitute. Youngster from the B team. That is bad news for Barcelona. You're chasing the game, and Samuel Eto'o goes off injured.
Well, Sting's just gone out of the game, hasn't it? Whereas Barca
should be
thinking to themselves, hang on, we can...
There's Damia winning that header. So what that means is Maxi's moved into a more central role, Maxi Lopez, but Barca at the same... Oh, free kick again.
On the very edge this time.
The thing about Maxi is he is big and awkward.
It's one way of putting it.
Can Ronaldinho make it 2 out of 2? I think there is a bit of holding there from Pavón, isn't there?
A little bit, but I think it's one of those where you know, you've got a big guy in front of you taking the ball down on his chest. It's very, very difficult not to have some sort of hand on him, because
exactly.
You know,
well, basically a carbon copy of the situation that led to Barcelona's 2nd goal here. There's Ronaldinho standing over the ball. Van Bronckhorst is also there, but I can't see anybody other than Ronaldinho after his last effort taking it. Unless they go for the double bluff, of course. Referee just getting the wall into place. Whoops. That one into the wall. I wonder if the referee could actually let that one be taken again offside against Marquez. I mean, Gravesen broke from the wall very early. I think it was Gravesen.
well, we've got the slightly weird situation now of Damian playing wide right. It's quite interesting considering they've got Messi on the bench. Go for Damian. You know, at least Messi is a
yeah, but Damian,
an attacker.
Sorry, I've always wanted to say
Damian's
a bit of a tidy player. Thank you. There you go.
Damian is tidier than Messi. Absolutely.
Well, Damian, to be fair, when he played for the B team, he's played games. When he's played for the first team, he's normally been as full-back. But when he played for the B team, he did actually play on the right-hand side of midfield. So, and he's quite a good little player, Damian. Or a big player, actually.
He's a very big player.
Marquez just getting skinned there by Zidane. On the channel to Ronaldo. He's got Puyol with him. Tries to get in there. I think that's a good decision. He saw he wasn't going to get there, Ronaldo, and a little look for the contact. Ronaldinho and Salgado basically clashing Ronaldinho leaving a bit of an elbow there on Salgado. There's no love lost between those two, is there?
Nope. It's a great ball.
Ui, Damian just couldn't quite get in there. Salgado screaming at the referee.
Salgado needs to be a little bit careful, actually, because he has got a card himself. You know, he was saying in that interview we had on the programme that it was only a joke when Steve McManaman described him as a psychopath, but when he's on the pitch, he certainly wants to win.
He winds it up, doesn't he?
He does. He certainly wants to win.
Gravesen, good ball to Míchel Salgado, who's looking to take on Giovanni. Beckham, just trying to take a bit of the sting out of the game. Keep the possession. Michael Owen working back deep. Scoring the 4th goal for Real Madrid, which actually turned out to be very decisive, considering Ronaldo scored the 2nd for Barca on 72 minutes. Barca since then have suffered a major blow, having Samuel Eto'o carried off injured. Seemed to just hurt his knee. Xavi, Van Bronckhorst. Ronaldinho, oof. Full commitment challenge there from Iván Helguera. Owen just giving a little nudge to Oleguer, linesman picked it up. Madrid have got a substitute prepared on the far side of the pitch. Is that Figo? I think it is. Play on, says the referee. Marquez spreading the ball out to Damian. A little bit slow there, Belletti not reading the ball. Barca have lost a lot with Eto'o going off, haven't they?
Yeah, they've lost that bit of spirit, that real dynamism, haven't they?
Yeah. Substitution, Michael Owen going off. Scored the 4th goal for Real Madrid and being replaced by Luis Figo.
And Owen gets a huge round of applause.
It's what you come to the Primera Liga for, isn't it? I mean,
exactly.
you know, basically the playing games like Madrid-Barca. Not only has he played in it, but he scored in it. 4th goal for his side. Here's Luis Figo.
And there's a big roar for Figo, isn't there? A really big roar for Figo.
He'll probably enjoy this. He's played since he left Barcelona. He's played 9 times against them. He's won 2, he's drawn 4, and he's lost 3. So he's going to end up with pretty balanced figures, because I think Madrid are going to be winning this game after 90 minutes. They're winning it now after 82. Ronaldo surging forward, and Valdés.
But let's not forget how important another goal for Madrid would be.
Exactly, yeah. Marquez. To Xavi. Maxi Lopez. Needs a bit of room to turn, doesn't he, Lopez? Yeah. Like about a car park.
Yeah. There's one outside, I don't know if you
might be able to turn in the car park. So now a lorry can, I don't see why he should. Ball with Damian. Belletti. Marquez. Pass to Damian. Just lacking that little bit of incisiveness though, Barca now. And Madrid will be hoping to take advantage of it in his last 7 minutes here in the Bernabéu. It's 4-2 to Madrid. Barcelona with key players off the pitch. Here's Figo. He'd love to finish this with a goal. As it is, he's set up Ronaldo. Ronaldo's got Beckham on the outside. David Beckham! Cleared from Raúl. Ronaldinho against Salgado now having the chance to resume their duel on this near touchline.
So you just wonder if that was Samuel Eto'o, whether he'd be in.
Figo. Giovanni bundling Beckham over there. I think if I was Rijkaard, I would...
It was actually Oleguer, that but yes.
I would think about, actually, I'll bring on Silvino, just to try and just give a bit of pace in these last 10, or last 6 minutes of normal time, plus whatever injury time there is. It's vital for Barca not to concede another goal. It's Raúl playing to be substituted. Scored that very, very important 3rd goal for his side. It's captain's armband to Roberto Carlos. And it's Santiago Solari who comes on. vital third goal that Raúl scored right on the stroke of half-time. 7th league goal of the season. Casillas slicing that clearance. Well, Barca left it late last week.
Yeah, they did, but there's a lot more to ask to do it here than to do it at home.
That's it with the players on the pitch as well. Roberto Carlos thinking safety first, kicking it long for a Barca throw-in. We're into the last 5 minutes here in the Santiago Bernabéu Stadium. The score is Real Madrid 4, Barcelona 2. Xavi to Ronaldinho. It is Ronaldinho! Ica!
Great save, great save.
Ronaldo now at the other end to Zidane. Stepping inside, Zidane lining it up, but blocked by Puyol. Now big gap in the midfield. It's really been lots. This has been the game of the wide open spaces in the middle of the park. Great ball from Xavi. Damia didn't quite read the bounce of it. Looks up, crossing. Easy for Casillas. Once again, Madrid now with acres of space to attack into. Luis Figo.
Yes, Madrid have sent on the defensive substitutions, but actually it's Barcelona that could do with defending right now, because if they concede another one, suddenly it's down to 6 points with the goal difference the same instead of with the goal difference then in the lead.
The way things are, then you wonder whether Madrid would not be better advised just to go hell for leather and try for that fifth goal.
Absolutely.
Because basically, if they win by 1 goal or win by 2 goals,
it makes no difference.
It's not going to make a lot of difference in the individual goal difference, is it? They're not, so they might as well just go for it.
Much more fun for us as well.
Oh yeah, exactly. And every Madrid fan would love to see them put 5 past Barca. 5 just seems to be that little bit more significant. Ball back with Valdés. Ronaldinho. I'm sure Barca will be trying to get him fully fit for next week. He may have a major role to do if Eto'o's injury is serious. Yeah. As will Maxi Lopez in the run into the season. Belletti. Marquez. Xavi, Madrid getting players behind the ball. Ronaldinho.
Very good drop
Clear there, exactly, yeah. And that's gone for a Barcelona throw-in. They seem to stand away for a second, didn't they? Giovanni Van Bronckhorst to Iniesta. Damia. Bit aimless, that ball into the area. Xavi only succeeds in setting up Zidane, who sends the ball to Ronaldo. Looking fresh, isn't he, Ronaldo?
Yeah, he looks very well.
Really up for it today. Ronaldo's blocked that time by Oleguer. They're allowing Giovanni in there. Gravesen, intelligent ball out to Solari. Solid performance again from Gravesen.
Yeah, he's played very well. Very, very deep. Much deeper than I think he'd probably like, because he's a far more complete player than people in Spain seem to realise. But he plays such an important role, and he's so strong, and he's imposing, and quite frankly, he frightens people as well, which we saw in the first 10 minutes how important that was.
It is Beckham. Certainly fancying his chances, and that did not miss by a lot. I think he saw Valdés off his line there.
Yeah, I think he did.
Just curling away though from the Barcelona goal from David Beckham, as we're just preparing a final substitution just to let that clock run down. We've got 30 seconds of normal time left in the Bernabéu. It's Real Madrid 4, Barcelona 2, and it's a goal kick for Real Madrid. Madrid getting a perfect start on 6 minutes as Zinedine Zidane stole in on the far post to head home a Ronaldo cross. It is Zidane, the player to be substituted by Celades, of course, a player who began his career with Barcelona. And we will have 3 minutes of injury time. There was Zidane, you can see it on the screen, that was that 6th minute goal, which put Madrid right on course for today's victory. Damia, as Barcelona trying to still sneak a 3rd goal. To Belletti. Damia. Iniesta. Ooh, that's a poor ball from Iniesta, setting up Solari, gives it to Ronaldo. Madrid surging forward. Barca's midfield struggling to get back in numbers. Luis Figo on the ball now. He's sure he's going to fancy his chances, but straight at Valdés. Xavi. Oleguer. Ronaldinho. Scored a brilliant free kick on 72 minutes, but not at his best tonight, the Brazilian.
No, and he's not been at his best for quite a while now. I think Barcelona are quite concerned about him, actually.
Offside for Ronaldo. He wasn't offside when he got the ball, but he came back from an offside position there. Ronaldo, of course, who scored Madrid's 2nd of the night. Another far post header as he sneaked in unmarked. Maxi Lopez.
Where's he going?
Well, nowhere. Basically, wins a free kick though. A bit lucky as well. Probably the last chance of the night for Barca. Ronaldinho curling it in, and Casillas once again saving.
Story of the game, isn't it?
Story of the game. Barca get a chance, half chance. Casillas saves it. Madrid get a chance. Madrid take their chance. The final result looking more and more as if it's going to be Real Madrid 4, Barcelona 2. A result that would put Madrid within 6 points of Barcelona with 7 games to go. In theory, it's still a good cushion for Barca, you have to say.
Yeah, it is.
But
the nerves
start to come in, and Madrid, huge morale boost ahead of next week's trip to Levante. And Barca, they're entertaining Getafe without Eto'o. All of a sudden, things start to look a little bit worrying, because very soon they've got to go to Valencia. And that, I think, everyone in Madrid will be looking at the Valencia game as somewhere where Barca can lose at least one. How many times do they want to foul Ronaldinho? Yeah, booking for Gravesen. Xavi taking it quickly, once again blocked. The referee hasn't allowed that to be taken. Mestalla is certainly a place where Barca can lose points.
Without any doubt.
You look at Madrid's away trips, you think Levante, I'd expect them to win. They've got to go to Zaragoza on the last day of the season. I think if they had to win there, they'd probably win.
Yeah.
Tricky one is the trip to San Sebastian to play Real Sociedad.
That is a tricky one. Here against Villarreal, in theory, is quite tough as well. And there it is.
Final whistle in the Bernabéu after 90 minutes. 3 minutes of injury time. Real Madrid 4, Barcelona 2, and that means the Primera Liga is still, with 7 weeks to go, alive and kicking. How much damage will that do to Barcelona's morale, and how much of a boost will that give Real Madrid? Time alone will tell. We'll be back next week in the Vicente Calderón to see Atletico Madrid take on Espanyol in a game that is vital for both sides' European futures. In a fortnight, we hope to be back here to see Madrid take on Villarreal.